Opening day of Season 2 continues with a matchup between two teams with outside hopes to sneak into the playoffs. It's Baltimore taking on San Antonio. Both teams have decent rosters and some very talented players. And first up for Baltimore, leading us off tonight, is Coolio. He was on Philadelphia last season, did fairly well, but thinks he could do a little better. And he is quickly through the first two obstacles. Coolio, high hopes this season, and he is on a blazing pace so far. 3 obstacles down in about 20 seconds. And now for the Saloon Spider, an obstacle that's caused trouble for a couple competitors in their first game, but not for Coolio. He's quickly through. So 4 points for Baltimore already. On to the falling shelves. Coolio does struggle with ping and lag on occasion, and no trouble with the falling shelves. Onto the warped wall. Can he get up it? Yes, he can. Halfway through the course, into the back half. Coolio on the Devil's Ladder. Never struggled too much with this obstacle, and he won't struggle this time. This is the obstacle that he has got to be worried about. And Coolio gets dropped. 7 points for Baltimore to start the game. Bar is set high for Cyrus, who was excellent last season for Tennessee, one of their best players, averaging about 7 to 8 points per game for them last season. Was very essential in that playoff comeback against his now current team San Antonio, where they came back down 3-1 in a playoff series. And Cyrus, one of the better mobile players in Roblox Ninja, and one of the best players in the Roblox Ninja League. He's got 3 points early on. This is an obstacle that could be a challenge for him, and he nearly stumbles, but he saves it. And Cyrus making his way through. And now got to get the dismount. He's through, so 4 points for San Antonio. And Cyrus, he is usually pretty good at the Blue Ninja Warrior import obstacles, and this is one of them. Cyrus didn't have much trouble with falling shelves last season, and he's not going to this time either. Onto the warped wall. Bit of a challenge for mobile competitors, but not for Cyrus, as he is on to the Devil's Ladder. It might be the trickiest obstacle for him on mobile. It's hard to see where you're going, but he gets up with ease. And Cyrus, just like that, in a blink of an eye, has tied the game. And now looking to be the first competitor to get past the road signs. He gets that first transfer. Now that second drop. Can he get the second transfer? No, he cannot. Didn't swing it enough, but a great run from Cyrus, and he ties the game at 7. Next up for Baltimore is Brandon, a newcomer this season to the Roblox Ninja League. His first run. Let's see how he can do. Brandon is off, and they're very interested to see how he can do. He was doing pretty well in practice before this run. So Brandon on the second obstacle, a late jump, and he goes down and is the first one out on the cannonball drop. My goodness. Next up for San Antonio is Janter G, and he has been given a big opportunity here to really get them out to a big lead at the end of Heat 2. If he can just get even halfway through this course, we'll have a big advantage in Heat 3. And Janter is able to get that jump, and he's through the first 2 obstacles. So San Antonio takes the first lead of the game. And Janter taking a lot of jumps here on these tires, but he gets through. So 10 points now. They've got a 2-point lead. Taking a bit of time there setting that jump up, but it pays off. Going to the right side, now coming back across. And Janter is through the Saloon Spider and on to falling shelves. Janter G looking to have a breakout season. He's gotten a lot better over the years in Roblox Ninja. Big improvement over time, and Janter can't get that wrap, but gives them a 3-point lead headed into the final heat. Now the pressure is on for the Baltimore team captain, Blaze Powder. He's got to get at least to the Saloon Spider to tie this game, but he's likely going to need to get a little further than that to have any chance to win it, as he is through the first 2 obstacles. So if he can get through this, he will tie the game, but definitely can't feel very confident if the only requirement to win the game for San Antonio would be to get past the shrinking steps. So he's got to get at least, he feels like at least 2 obstacles in. As Blaze is through 1, so if he can get through this, that'll be a bit of a cushion with what happened to their teammate Brandon earlier on. If they can get things to fall their way, could work out. Blaze gaining swing, taking a lot of swings, and it pays off for him as he takes time to line that dismount up. He gets it, so they've got a 2-point lead. If he can get up the wall, it'll be 3, and he can. Starting to build that cushion now in the third heat. Blaze Powder rising to the occasion here in their opening game. Stumbles a bit there, but he gets up to the top and will extend their lead to 4. Looking to be the first one to get through the road signs. And, just could not hang on. But a great run from Blaze Powder and sets his team up well. Now it all comes down to NES Ninja, team captain for the San Antonio Sharks. He's gotten a bit of criticism in the offseason for some of his trade decisions and some of the calls he's made early on. We'll see if he can get the win earlier on. If he can, a lot of those doubts could fade away for a little while as NES is through the first obstacle and on to Cannonball Drop, spins around, and that is it for San Antonio. They lose the game. NES says it's lag. It is not, and that is a tough way to lose the game for San Antonio. And Baltimore will be 1-0.